こんにちは。私は番匠マキと申します。APU は2004年入学の2008年卒業でアジア太平洋学部を卒業しています。今はフェアトレードの会社 Girls ambitious という会社を経営しています。When I was a student in APU, I think I'm very normal student who do part-time job after school, and I join a club, basketball club, and then I chat with my friends. It's very normal. After I graduated APU in 2008, I work in a trading company and I handle exporting and importing products such as factory automation tools. Then after 2 years, I joined JICA JOCB, Japan Overseas Cooperation Agency. I support a women's cooperative in the Philippines. And after 2 years, I finished the contract. So I came back to Japan and I started my company, Girls Ambitious, in 2012. My job in JICA, there are many women's cooperatives in the Philippines, and then they produce some product with local materials such as moringa, coconut oil, some herbs. They can produce some product, but they have to produce those products for selling. So I teach them how to do the marketing and also how to sell their product in locally and nationally in the Philippines. For 2 years, I worked with women's cooperative, and then the first time, the staff in the cooperatives, they just don't know how to produce product. But after 1 year, they know how to produce product, and then after that, they try to sell their product in their town. After almost 2 years, they went to cities and then they just talk with customers in city, and then they just explain by themselves how they produce it and then what's the good point of their product, and then they really develop their skills, not only the production skill but also the selling skills. So I can see those process, how they develop. So that's my big motivation. When I was a first grade student in a summer holiday, I went to Philippines. So since then, I really decided I want to work for Philippines. When I visit the Philippines, the place is very countryside, but the people, they really create something new by themselves without material. Their heart is very rich. Even they cannot get enough food, but they really can share to others. So I very appreciate that I see in the situation, and I decide that I want to learn from them what's the importance of as human. If I compare with Japan and Philippines, of course there's a lot of differences. I cannot find fresh vegetables, I cannot find a good internet connection, but still I can text and then I can communicate with others. So yes, I feel some difficulty, but still I can try to adjust, and I still can make it comfortable. The reason why I start to make my own company, like doing their own business, is very normal in the Philippines. So I adapt the culture. So I just think that, oh, I should do something by myself. So when I came back to Japan, I really want to start this kind of job. So I just start my job. We produce organic and fair trade products such as moringa, coconut oil, and some coffees in the Philippines, and we import those products in Japan and then we sell it in Japan. That's our main business. We also do coordinating social study tour, and also we do consulting. You have to consider mainly two things when you're selling some product. The first is what do you want to tell to customers, and then the second one is what your target client need. So you research two things a lot and deeply, and also once you start selling it, you just really observe how it goes and be flexible. If you want to sell your product to the rich person, but somehow your product are accepted by teenager, in that time you really be flexible and you just research about your new target. And then the big point is, if you set up the goal and schedule, and if you decide that you're gonna sell like 1,000 items in a month, you really keep it to achieve it. So that's really difficult, but it's very important for success. Probably flexible person can enjoy it in international cooperation field, because the international field, you must go into different culture place, so they really have to understand their culture, and you should not push your way or your culture. That's why you should be flexible and you just try to adjust their culture. So the flexible person can really enjoy in the field. Also, probably dreamer. I mean, the person who has big dream, or person who want to contribute or use your skill for others. I graduated in 2008, and then actually the APU life itself is very precious, and I really learned a lot of things. But after I graduate APU, I also get a lot of good memories and then lessons, because your friends in APU are all over the world. So if you need some help and if you need to go somewhere, really your APU friends help you. So that's very good things. And then also, even APU friends, we have different nationality, but we just believe that we are APU nationality, something like this. So even you haven't met each other yet, but if you go there and you just meet APU graduate, and then you really can be friends. So you can enjoy more after you graduate APU. So you should be looking for that.